Truly the end of an era. After the airline fell billions of dollars into debt, saw a proposed merger shattered and failed to secure a $500 million bailout from the federal government, despite President Trump trying to secure it until the final moments. But all of this could have been avoided after the Biden administration did this.
Our complaint alleges that JetBlue's proposed $3.8 billion acquisition of Spirit violates Section 7 of the Clayton Act. We allege that if allowed to proceed, this merger will limit choices and drive up ticket prices for passengers across the country.
Spirit tried to merge with JetBlue. The Joe Biden, Pete Buttigieg administration and DOJ tanked that deal. Immediately after that, they filed for bankruptcy. They were having financial problems. Martha, they filed for bankruptcy again last year. They were bleeding money. And so this was in the works for some time. They were going to have to liquidate.
Pete Buttigieg, who went from mayor of South Bend with a mediocre performance record at best to Secretary of Transportation with literally no qualifications for the job other than filling a Joe Biden DEI hire slot. Of course, the blame is not just on Mayor Pete. Other Democrats like Senator Elizabeth Warren played a role in crushing this once formidable job provider. Warren tweeted back in 2023, quote, "I've warned for months that a JetBlue Spirit Airlines merger would have led to fewer flights and higher fares. The Department of Transportation were right to stand up for consumers and fight against runaway airline consolidation. This is a Biden win for flyers." Well, she was completely wrong. Because of people like Mayor Pete and, as President Trump likes to call her, Pocahontas, 17,000 people are now without a job. And Discount Airlines that provides a less expensive alternative for travel for millions of Americans who are struggling to stay above water, they're just out of luck. Democrats go back to their deflection playbook, saying this is because of the Trump administration. Warren tweeted, quote, "Spiking fuel prices from Trump's war was the nail in the coffin for the twice bankrupted Spirit Airlines. JetBlue merger failed because a judge appointed by Ronald Reagan said the deal was illegal. Republicans are desperate to shift blame from higher costs hitting families." Wait a minute. So first she said the non-merger between Spirit and JetBlue is a win, and now she's blaming President Trump and Republicans for higher fuel costs that led Spirit Airlines to file bankruptcy in the first place. Now, that's the Democrat double standard. Pete Buttigieg and Elizabeth Warren both tanked the Spirit Airline merger, and that's why we're here today. So if you're one of the 17,000 people without a job today, or among the thousands of customers stranded because all the flights were grounded overnight, now facing the prospect of adding even more debt to your credit card just to get home, you know who is at fault for all of this.
But it isn't the first time the Democrats have opposed a merger. Frontier also tried to acquire them. Guess who opposed it? Elizabeth Warren, Mondaire Jones, along with Senators Ben Ray Lujan and Bernie Sanders and Rashida Tlaib and Katie Porter when she was in Congress, not harassing people while she was running for governor. You had Jan Schakowsky, AOC too. But Pete Buttigieg didn't want the merger because he said, according to him, it would eliminate competition.
Our department, the Department of Transportation, has generally not gotten involved in these merger cases, but that's changing today. It is so important to make sure that passengers have choices, that they have access to low fares, that they have access to competition.
Yeah, well, now there's no competition, Pete. Everything Democrats touch just goes to hell in a handbasket.
Bruh.